Let's take a look at some more sports. Here's Barong Tony Uranta.
Betway, the premium online sports betting experience, is now live in Nigeria.
Thank you, Joma. And continuing with sports news, Liverpool will face AS Roma in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals, while Real Madrid have been drawn against Bayern Munich. Jurgen Klopp's side hosts Roma in the first leg at Anfield on April the 24th, before travelling to Italy in the return leg a week later on May the 2nd. The tie sees Mohamed Salah come up against his former employers, having joined the Reds from Roma for £34 million last summer. Meanwhile, Bayern will welcome title holders Real Madrid to the Allianz Arena for the first leg on April the 25th, before heading to the Santiago Bernabeu for the return leg on May the 1st. A mouth-watering tie between two sides who have collectively won 17 European Cups. And Arsenal have been drawn against favourites Atletico Madrid in the Europa League semi-finals, while French Ligue 1 side Olympique Marseille will face Red Bull Salzburg. Arsene Wenger's side will host Atletico in the first leg on May the 26th, before travelling to Madrid on the return leg a week later. Meanwhile, Marseille welcomes Salzburg for their first leg before heading to Austria the following Thursday. Also, video assistant referees, VAR, will not be introduced to the Premier League next season after the clubs agreed on Friday that more testing is required. The decision came after comprehensive discussions regarding the progress made in VAR trials in English football and key learnings from the many competitions using it elsewhere. The VAR system has been used in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup this season, but the live trials have been surrounded by controversy, mainly over a lack of communication in the decision-making process for fans in the stadium. The technology is already being used in some leagues, including the Bundesliga, and will be at the World Cup in Russia this summer. Niko Kovac will take over as Bayern Munich head coach when Jupp Heynckes steps down in the summer. The Eintracht Frankfurt boss will take charge of the Allianz Arena on July the 1st after signing a 3-year deal. The news was announced just minutes before Bayern were drawn against Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-finals. Kovac, a former Croatia head coach, will be joined by younger brother Robert in the Bayern dugout. The 46-year-old played 34 matches for Bayern in the Bundesliga between 2001 and 2003. And that's it on Sports News for tonight. I'm Barong Tony Uranta. Annie Jama will be back with a wrap.
Betway, the premium online sports betting experience, is now live in Nigeria.
Thanks a lot, Barong. The Ugandan government has announced that it will accept some 500 Eritreans and Sudanese refugees from Israel. This follows speculation that some African countries have signed an agreement with Israel to take in Africans being forcibly deported from the Jewish state. Uganda's Minister for Refugee Issues says the move is solely based on the refugees' willingness to come to Uganda and will only include those who already have refugee status in Israel. Uganda has been hailed worldwide for its open-door refugee policy and is currently hosting more than 1.4 million refugees from its neighbours and beyond. And as the United States and its allies consider missile strikes against Syria, which is being accused of masterminding a chemical attack on its people, UN Secretary General has warned about the dangers of escalating the feud. Mr. Antonio Guterres, who delivered his warnings at the opening of a UN Security Council meeting against the backdrop of rising tension, says the Cold War is back with a vengeance. The US, France and UK are considering launching missile strikes against Syria, but Russia has warned that such actions could trigger a war. Russia, whose forces are backing Syrian government in its fight against rebel forces in the country, has accused the UK of faking an attack, an allegation Britain dismissed as a lie. And on entertainment news tonight, Headies 2017 Awards set to hold in May in Lagos. Maiwa Obundele has more.
Many thanks. Here are top trending stories in the world of entertainment. Davido, Wizkid, Olamide and Adekunle Gold are in the lead on the nominations list as Nigeria's long-running awards. The Headies returns for a 12th edition, which will honor 2017's big achievers. The event, set to hold in May, will honor some of Nigeria's biggest music stars for works released within the year under review, July 2016 to December 2017. Afro house singer Niniola Banky W and fast-rising act Nonso Amadi are among the nominees announced by organizers, who have also introduced new award categories, including the Viewer's Choice Award and Best Performer category. And the head honcho at Temple Management, Idris Olorunibe, has revealed that Inyaya's movement from the Triple MG imprint to Maven Records and subsequent move to Temple Records was planned. The singer was initially believed to be at loggerheads with the Don Jazzy-led Maven for moving away from the music imprint just months after joining, but his new music imprint confirmed to E! that the movement was planned. Video streaming service Netflix is pulling out of the Cannes Film Festival next month after organizers banned the platform's films from competition for its refusal to release them in cinemas. Explaining the organizer's position, Cannes Festival director Thierry Fremont points that Netflix had refused to give its movies theatrical distribution in France and would therefore be banned from competition at the 12-day festival, although they could show movies outside the competition. And that's it from me. The rest of the news at 10 continues shortly.
Thanks, Mayowa. And the main news again. Police today disrupted a Bring Back Our Girls rally in Abuja as group members gathered to commemorate the 4th anniversary of the abduction of the female students from Chibok, Borno State. Also today, the United Nations Children's Fund called for better security at schools, especially in the northeast. UNICEF said more than 1,000 children have been abducted by insurgents, including Chibok girls. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Onyato. You have a great weekend. Good night.